Welcome back to another version of the Dunwoody Dialogues. Here we are, we're running to you live. We're hopefully joining you over maybe a burger or a salad. And if you're eating a burger, it better be from NFA Burger here in Dunwoody. But I'm so glad you're here. My name is Mark Galvin. I'm your host for the Dunwoody Dialogues, and this show is brought to you by Discover Dunwoody. We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on LinkedIn. If you are on any of those platforms, send us a note. Go into your chat box there and just make a little note and say, hey, I like your content, or maybe even give us a suggestion. There may be someone out there that you think we should talk to. I would love to get their name. We are the official destination marketing organization for the city of Dunwoody, and we're funded by a hotel tax. I love sharing that because CVBs and DMOs are all funded typically through a local hotel tax. And our job is to make sure all of you know about Dunwoody, know about our hotels, know about our restaurants. We got some great new restaurants, 46 new restaurants in the last 3 years, for example, as well as all the great new attractions that are opening in our city. So go check out our social media channels. Discover Dunwoody, simple as that. At Discover Dunwoody is our handle everywhere. Love for you to go check that out and learn more about what we do and how we help Dunwoody. Today, I am absolutely thrilled to introduce you guys to a brand new guest for us. I just met him today. He is a leader with over 22 years of association management experience. He is shaping the future of human resource professionals all over the city of Atlanta, and he's the CEO of SHRM Atlanta, which stands for Society of Human Resource Management. He's also the board chair of the Georgia Society of Association Executives, and his name is Jason Cline. Jason, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
You bet. So glad you are here. I want you all to know, Jason, I talked about this, you are the board chair for SHRM Atlanta, not SHRM. What's the difference?
Sure. CEO of SHRM Atlanta.
CEO.
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
Absolutely.
Yes.
No worries. SHRM Atlanta is a chapter of SHRM, but we operate independently. We have our own board of directors. We have our own staff. We operate independently. So everything that SHRM Atlanta members get is decided on locally, and we focus on our local members and our own local resources.
Oh, I love that. That's fantastic. And the mission of SHRM Atlanta is what specifically?
Yeah, we are looking to transform the workplaces and workforces of local HR departments and local businesses. And we want to shape those workforces by providing those local resources and providing our local HR professionals with the resources they need to transform those workplaces.
Okay, so let's say I'm a HR guy and I'm sitting at, here's a good one. I sit at UPS, who happens to be laying off a bunch of people right now, and I'm going to have a problem. What kind of problem would I call, say, so to speak? It's probably an email. But anyway, what kind of questions would I have where you guys can help me?
Sure. We have many resources. Many of the questions that we get are going to be peer-to-peer types of questions. So we have a Ask an Expert resource where somebody can email us a question, and we have experts that can provide a human response, not an AI response, to that question. It can be a first initial email response, but if they need more direct, more deep-rooted responses, we can have them reach out to them individually and have a back and forth response if they have more back and forth responses. We also have a community platform where we can have one-to-many responses. So if you need there are probably other people in the community that have gone through the same thing that you have gone through. You might get multiple responses to your question. So those are some virtual type responses, but we also have many in-person events that provide you access to other HR professionals, again, that have probably been through the same types of problems that you've been through or that you're going through, that can provide those answers to the questions or challenges that you're currently facing.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's super very helpful, especially if, and I'm thinking, I'm a younger person in the HR space and I don't have all the answers, and maybe I don't want to ask my boss because I want to look like I really know what I'm doing. No, I'm just kidding. Well, actually, maybe not. But I could lean on my membership at SHRM Atlanta to help come up with those answers.
Absolutely. I like to think of SHRM Atlanta as a web because you may meet someone who may or may not have the answers you're looking for, but they probably know 5, 10, 20, 25 people through their SHRM Atlanta membership that they can connect you with. They may have met somebody at an event, at the last event, that they can connect you with. So it is truly a web. It's truly a community of people that is hundreds and hundreds of people that, like I said, that they may not know directly, but somebody that they know can help that person.
That's really good. This is off topic, but I do think this is interesting because you and I brought this up before we went live. If I am an HR executive and I feel like I know it all, how can I contribute to SHRM Atlanta?
Absolutely. I think all of us reach a certain point of our careers where throughout our whole careers, we've been consumers of information, and you might have been a member of SHRM Atlanta because you needed information from us, or any association you may have been a member of because you were a consumer of information, and you reach a point in your career where you don't maybe need that information anymore because you've reached that level of your career, and you stopped being a consumer and you became a contributor, and we still need you as part of our organization because as you were reaching that point in your career, you consumed, and now those people that are going on that journey themselves need that information from you. So think about those people that provided that information to you. You are now that person to them. Absolutely. So your position in SHRM Atlanta is different, but still much needed because you're helping those folks that are on that journey themselves reach that same pinnacle of their careers. Just like you did.
Yeah, I think it's so important, right? And I said this before. I am repeating myself, but it's sort of as we mature, we're on that journey of self-actualization,
right.
And it would help those individuals grow and be more fully human, more self-satisfying by helping others, and knowing, gosh, and the truth is, I think this is what happens. We do our job each and every day. And, our daily work can get a little tedious, can be boring. It can not seem interesting. But we find out when others are asking us questions that some of that tedium is still very valuable. Let's share some of the data that we already know. And it can also make us feel more valuable and help ourselves. So I think there's huge value there.
Well, that's what associations are all about. You may join an association because you're looking to get something from us, but someone else is joining the association to get something from you.
Right.
So it's a two-way street.
I love that. Well, so let's talk about associations.
Sure.
Where did you start?
Yeah, my first association job was at the Roller Skating Association International.
So I always joke about this, that there's an association for everything. Roller skating has its own association.
It does.
What did you guys do? How did you help people in the roller skating space?
Sure. Our members were people that owned roller skating centers, so it was the business operators who were members of the association.
Okay. Well, that's great. You know what? Do you smell that? All right. Those of you online, you can't smell this, but I just can't help it. Someone is in the kitchen, and they've evidently heated up some chicken. It smells good. It's making me hungry. Mm-hmm. We're going to finish this up soon so we can go eat lunch. So we were talking about SHRM. That's great. I love this. Let's shift gears, and let's talk about GSAE.
Sure.
So Georgia Society of Association Executives is you're a leader of that organization, and they're currently looking for an executive director. Is that right?
That is correct. Yes.
So if I wanted to apply, can I apply still?
Yes, we are currently mid-search, so applications are being accepted currently.
Okay, good. Would you endorse me if I applied for that job?
If you are qualified, absolutely.
Here we are. I'm trying to make the HR guy a little uncomfortable, right? Gosh, I was really looking for an endorsement there. But nonetheless, all joking aside, the executive director position is open with GSAE.
Yes.
And but you're about to start interviewing, so they better hurry.
Yes.
They're going to get in a lot.
Yes.
Tell me, what does the executive director of GSAE do?
Yes, it is a two-person staff, so this person really does do it all.
Okay.
They must be willing to be hands-on.
But it's full-time.
It is full-time
Okay,
position. They have to be willing to do strategy and operations simultaneously.
Okay, good.
Be willing to shift gears, wear multiple hats, just like all association professionals do.
Sure.
They have
Speaking from experience.
Speaking from experience, as no matter what size association you work for, wearing multiple hats is a must. They have to be willing to plan events, but also work the events. They have to be willing to operationalize the strategy that the board sets. Associations are made up of members, so being willing to listen to the membership and what their needs are, determine priorities, work with the other staff member on all of the things that the strategies that are being set by the board, as I mentioned, and pretty much guide the association to the future.
That's great. And I totally put you on the spot there. I didn't tell you I was going to ask you that, so well done. Let's talk about why you are a member of GSAE. What do you get out of it?
Sure. The same reason I encourage people to be HR professionals to be members of SHRM Atlanta.
Okay.
I am a member of GSAE because, as I was going through my association management career, I wanted to attain the education necessary to become a CEO. I started at the Roller Skating Association as a membership coordinator, so I was trying to get people to join the Roller Skating Association. I worked my way up through all the different positions of association management, through event planning, through sponsorships and advertising, through governance, through education, all the different positions until I became a CEO.
So the Roller Skating Association International is big.
It is, and it probably, I don't know the size of it now. I've been away from it for 20 years or so, but
you just went through all those positions.
Well, those were through my whole career, not necessarily at the Roller Skating Association.
Gotcha.
But as I went through the other associations, went through those other positions, I was a member of ISAE, which is the Indiana Society of Association Executives, and then moved to Georgia and became a member of GSAE, which is where I am now for the past 10 years, and had leadership roles there, and now I'm on the board and being the board chair. But I learn from other people, which is why I'm a member. I know I can call anyone that's a member of GSAE when I have my own issues at my own association. I became a member of the board because I wanted to see what it was like to be on the other side of leadership. I have my own board of directors at SHRM Atlanta, so I think I've become a better CEO by being a board member because I know what they're. When I ask my board members to do something at SHRM Atlanta, I know what the executive director of GSAE is asking for me as a board member of that. So I like it to have a full, well-rounded perception or perspective of what it's like to be a board member. So I learn a lot from my membership through GSAE. And again, now that I'm a CEO, I feel like I'm a little bit of a contributor to those that are on the same journey that I was throughout my career.
Yeah, it's time to give back.
Right.
Yeah, I like that. GSAE is Georgia Society of Association Executives.
Correct.
There's also ASAE. ASAE stands for American Society of Association Executives. Mm-hmm. That acronym has always been one of those that's a bit of a tongue twister. What is the relationship between GSAE and ASAE?
It's very similar to SHRM Atlanta and SHRM. It's I don't know the exact relationship. I don't know if it's exactly the same, but it's relatively similar.
All right, good. Hoteliers and Convention and Visitors Bureaus, or DMOs as we are, we love a relationship with GSAE because we're able to meet people who plan programs and will put them in destinations. So that's the relationship that we have with GSAE, which is a very profitable, great relationship where we're able to offer knowledge as well as resources for someone that needs to plan an annual program, which is kind of the bread and butter for the association space, isn't it?
It is.
Let's get everybody together.
Right.
That's such an important thing. All right, so you moved from Indy.
I did.
Are you a native of Indiana?
I am, yes.
Wow. So tell me, do you like Atlanta?
I
Careful,
do.
Everybody's watching.
No, I really do. Outside of today, the weather is much better.
I am wearing I got my vest on. I was a little cold this morning.
Yes, typically, this is when the weather, you start noticing a big difference between Indiana and Atlanta, and you call home and kind of rub it in a little bit that the weather is much nicer in the winter.
And then you laugh at us natives, here from Atlanta, like, my gosh, it's cold, and you're
yes,
go to Indiana.
I'm pretty much acclimated to the weather now. Where when it hit 60, when I first moved here, 60 was balmy, but now it's cold.
Yes, it is great. That is such a funny thing how that happens. Well, and you live in Midtown.
Yes.
And you've said you come up to Dunwoody to eat. Did you really do that? That's
absolutely.
Really great.
I'm a foodie, so I try new restaurants all the time, and I'm willing to drive hours sometimes for a restaurant. So, Dunwoody is not that far.
I love that. Let's talk about one of the credentials that you have on your LinkedIn profile.
Yes.
and that is that you're a CAE, which is a Certified Association Executive. This comes from being a member of GSAE, I'm guessing. Is that a hard title to earn? Oh, look at that. Yes, I see the look in your eye like, wow, that took some hours.
It did.
When you, truthfully, you signed up for this, did you sit back and say, oh my gosh, this is more work than I thought?
Yes, it was a lot of studying. It was a lot of preparation, but honestly, through ISAE and GSAE, it was just a lot of applying what you know and thinking about it from the lens of a CEO, even before you became a CEO. It's something you have to almost attain before you become a CEO. So it's almost forcing you to think like one before you are one. And it's almost thinking. I remember the advice that one of my mentors, who was a previous boss of mine, you have to think like the role you want before you are that role.
Wow.
And so
That's
the test
advice.
makes you think like one before you are one.
I think that's so brilliant. I spent almost 30 years in the hotel business, and there was so many things about that. If you want that next position, you got to act like you're in that position, dress like you're in that position, and have the knowledge to express to earn that position. So that's just brilliant. I love that. So SHRM recently had a program, and it's called SOAR. I thought that was an acronym, but it's not.
It's not.
It's a SOAR with the HR in there.
Correct.
So it's the SOAR conference, and you held it somewhere in the suburbs of Atlanta. Where was that held?
Yeah, it was at the Gas South District Convention Center in Duluth. It was this past year in March, and we're holding it in April of 26. We're actually announcing it today.
Oh, wow.
It'll be
breaking news. Madison, put the breaking news thing on the screen.
Yeah, it'll be April 22nd and 23rd of 2026 at the Gas South District Convention Center.
Fantastic.
And we're looking forward to having everyone there.
I love that convention center. It's absolutely beautiful.
It's beautiful. It is.
It's so nice. Are you guys using the Westin?
We are, and if you want to stay there, and it's a 2-day conference, so we would love to have you spend the night.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's a lovely hotel. That rooftop bar up there is really nice. I don't typically talk about other destinations but Dunwoody, but that hotel is terrific. So we're so glad that you're holding it in the Atlanta area and in such a good spot. Maybe we get you to come to Dunwoody sometime.
Absolutely.
Where's MJ? Let's get that RFP going. Well, this is great. So what is... HR seems to be interesting right now, and I brought up, we are seeing some contraction in the economy potentially. Things in the news recently, UPS and Google are in the news. What's kind of the tip of the spear challenges that the HR executives are dealing with now? What do you think is happening?
Yeah, it seems like every time you read the news or turn on the TV, it's something new for HR professionals that they're dealing with. Probably ever since the pandemic, it's been something new. HR professionals' time and energy is stretched thin. I think, DEI is a big one. AI is a big one. It's just their attention is being return to office, I think, is a big one.
Yeah.
Their attention's being shifted away from what their work is, and that's really to strategize with the leaders of their organizations to make their workplaces better and more productive, to make their workplaces a place where employees want to be, so that they can their businesses can be more successful and more productive. And that's what we try to do, is to make their jobs easier, and that's what SHRM Atlanta is here for. And hopefully we can continue to grow to be able to provide those resources to them.
So if I'm an HR person sitting in Atlanta, and I join SHRM Atlanta, you have educational programs that do I take them online? Do I go to in-person conferences and meetings? How do I get that education?
All of the above, yes.
Oh, good.
If you, our website is shrmatlanta.org, and we have our membership is only $150 a year.
Oh, that's affordable.
And we have at least one free webinar that comes with your membership per month. And so you can get a recertification credit if you're looking for that to keep up your certification. Just like I have a CAE,
Sure.
A lot of HR professionals have their certification as well. You can get one certification credit per month as part of your membership. So we have at least one of those for free as part of your membership every month, and then we have other programs available throughout the year as well.
Bravo. Do you guys have a mentor program?
We do. We have at least 2 cohorts a year.
I think that's so important, right? It is a good thing that I can pick up the phone and call somebody
Right.
or email or
Yeah.
whatever services you guys offer for that. But it would be also great if I can call someone and have that mentor that I build a relationship with, who I can say, hey, last time you and I talked, I was dealing with having to manage DEI in a new way.
Right.
How, using that data, now I've got this to deal with. It's good to have that ongoing relationship.
Absolutely. Yeah, we have two formal mentorship cohorts throughout the year, but I think the informal ones are just as important, and those are
Wow.
created through our volunteer programs, through the relationships that are formed just through our events and just through meeting people when you come to SHRM Atlanta programs. So I think those relationships are extremely important, and kind of what I talked about earlier through the web of contacts that you meet coming to SHRM Atlanta events and just getting involved.
That's great. Does GSAE have an annual conference?
They do. Yeah, it's typically right the week of Memorial Day.
Okay. So it kind of just happened.
It did.
Ish.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's multi-day conference?
It is. It's
All right,
usually
great.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
All right, great. And for that also, you like to go to that because you probably get new education
Absolutely.
and learn new things as well.
Absolutely. The content is usually fantastic.
Yeah,
Yes.
I bet there's an HR topic that comes up at GSAE.
There
Something
is.
tells me, right?
Absolutely. Yes, there are whether it be about volunteers or using us employees as 1099s, that's usually a big one, both in
Sure.
SHRM Atlanta world and GSAE. Sometimes misrepresenting an employee as a contractor or a 1099. That's a big one that comes
Oh,
up.
wow. That doesn't surprise me at all. Well, this is great. And I so appreciate you taking time to come in and chat with us. Our relationship with GSAE is an extremely important one. We love supporting. We love being a sponsor of GSAE and for the meetings and however we can continue to support. GSAE is important to us. Now, for those folks out there watching, how can they find out more information about GSAE and SHRM Atlanta?
Sure. Both websites would probably be the best resource,
Perfect.
gsae.org or shrmatlanta.org.
And SHRM Atlanta is all together, no dots, no dashes,
Correct.
or anything
All
like
one
that.
word, SHRM
That
Atlanta.
is
Yes.
great. And what if somebody wanted to learn some more about you? Do you like people to go to your LinkedIn profile?
Yeah.
Or you can give out your mobile number if you want.
I don't know about that. Let's become friends first. You can either find me or my LinkedIn profile on LinkedIn. You can go to shrmatlanta.org. My LinkedIn profile is on there as well.
Perfect. All right, great. And I'll tell you what we'll do for you folks. We'll put all of these notes in the show notes that you'll see that'll live permanently, especially on YouTube. We're really good about that on YouTube. Well, great. Jason, thanks again for being here. We appreciate your time coming all the way up here from where is there an office for
Yes.
SHRM Atlanta?
Yeah, SHRM Atlanta's office is just northwest of the Brave Stadium on Windy Hill.
Oh, so it's kind of in the Battery
Yeah,
area.
a little
All
bit.
right.
Yep.
Are you guys in the office 5 days a week?
No, just once.
Just one day a week?
One day a
All
week.
right.
And
But
it
you
happened to
still-
be today.
And you still have a physical office?
We do.
All right, that's cool.
Yes.
Well, good. Well, thanks for coming over from the Battery. We appreciate that. And what's great is it's always sunny in Dunwoody. So when you got over here, it's like, wow,
It
look how
was.
pretty it is here.
Opened up.
Well, thanks again for being here. We appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was a pleasure.
You bet. And thanks for all of you for watching as well. I am Mark Galvin, your host here at the Dunwoody Dialogues. We are brought to you by Discover Dunwoody. Our director of our show is Madison Holtz. We always love that she sits back there and gives me a little guidance back there. I can't wait to see how the news flash piece came up because she didn't know I was going to do that. Also, we love for all of you to remember that we have the Discover Dunwoody Dun sticker. These are all free. We offer them all over town. You can go to City Hall, you can go to the library, you can go to NFA Burger. You can also just come to here to our offices. We'd love to give you one of those and stick it on your car, stick it on your laptop, and for the kids, you can stick it on the wall leading to your room. All that works well for us. Follow us on our social media, as I mentioned before, at Discover Dunwoody is our handle everywhere. Or go to our website, discoverdunwoody.com. We're constantly sharing events that are happening in Dunwoody, ways to find those events. And this year, we're leading into holiday headquarters because Dunwoody is the shopping mecca for the holidays. You can learn more about holiday headquarters at holiday-hq.com, and they'll let you see everything that's happening in Dunwoody for the holidays, including an ice skating rink going in at High Street. Jason, thanks again for being with us. I can't wait to see about the new things happening at GSAE with the brand new executive director. I'm going to send my resume in immediately.
Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. And to all of you, thanks again for watching. Now, come discover Dunwoody.